Hey everyone, Wanderer here. Welcome to Dragon Age Origins. This is a game that I played in I guess it wouldn't be my youth. I don't think it came out in my youth. It came out when I was a little bit older, but still when I was pretty young, and it's one of my favorite of all time fantasy RPGs. I have played it all the way through to completion, but it's been quite a while since I've played. I am playing with a couple of mods on and stuff, which I'll explain a little bit later, but I think we're just going to jump in and start a game. So this is BioWare's kind of spiritual successor to the Baldur's Gate series. It's not related to Baldur's Gate in any way. It's a dark fantasy tactical RPG, similar to the same vein as Baldur's Gate though. So we're going to start a new game, and I'm going to be doing the first game, which is Origins. Awakening is the expansion for Origins. And if the series is really good, if it's popular, maybe I'll just do a whole Dragon Age series. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon the world. Canticle of Thranides 8:13.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Okay, so the background you select will determine which of the 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. Right, so in Origins, in Dragon Age Origins, you have, of course, the 2 genders. You can select either one. It doesn't affect what you can do as far as classes and races. They are equal throughout Ferelden. So, for my race, there are only 3, elves, are humans, elves, and dwarves. And I think I'll be going with a dwarf because I want to do a rogue. Well, you can do a rogue in any class, but I want to do a rogue. And I think I want to go with a dwarf noble. The reason for this is because, well, they have the most lucrative opening, shall we say. Other classes struggle a bit with their starting in terms of making gold, but dwarven nobles, you can make quite a bit early on by a bit of smart play. So, with that out of the way, I think we're going to start.
Greetings.
And as far as character, there we go. Wandi Iduken. Check the presets here. Oh, this one's okay. It kind of looks like his second, though, Gorham. That one's hideous. We're not doing that. What would a rogue look like? I'm not going to spend too much time on this. In fact, screw it, we're good. It's fine like this. What's your hairstyle like? Oh, my god, that was fast. Okay. We'll change the hair a bit. How's that? Just a regular old dwarf with a curly beard with braids. Kind of looks like me, to be honest. Okay, we're good. As far as stats go, we need a little bit in the strength, I think, but not too much, no more than 18. But a bit of strength will let us use some more items that we can't normally use, so might do that for the start. Just like pump our strength up to 18 and then never touch it again, pretty much. That sounds good. For our spending points here, the first thing we're going to do is coercion. This allows us to basically unlock some dialogue options and influence people. It'll unlock quests and stuff later on. It's just really cool overall. I like it a lot. Best to use that for your main character. And then for our points here, I'm going to be doing Deft Hand, which allows us to unlock stuff. And for the second one, Dirty Fighting is great. This allows us to stun people and go around their back and backstab them. 4-second stun. Already have that. Below the belt. Supplies a 50% movement speed debuff for 10 seconds. This is actually quite good, and it's a prerequisite of lethality, which we'll want later on. Lethality is very, very good. It allows us to substitute our cunning attribute for our strength for our damage checks. So I think even though stealth or dual weapon training is tempting, I think this will be the most useful in the short run, because we can stun somebody, get some backstabs in, then when they come out of the stun, we can cripple them and run away for a bit until our stun comes off cooldown again. This is not the stun. This is the stun. Yeah, with Dirty Fighting, stun them for 4 seconds, do our combo, whatever, then slow them and run away, and then repeat. Later on I'll be going through dual weapon and everything, but for now these should do. I will be playing, my character will be the lock picker of the group. And of course we're playing this on Nightmare, because I'm a glutton for challenge.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of 2 known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endron of House Iduken, the 9th Idukan ruler elected by the noble assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
Not really. I mean, I'm a rogue, but I kind of want to sell it later, so... Yeah, better safe than sorry. Shield me.
Certainly. You'll cut an imposing picture out there. Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed.
You, my friend, are ridiculous.
One can't take all this marching about and speech-making too seriously. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What sort of grievances?
The usual. This lord had my cousin killed, this lord seduced my wife, this lord did the exact thing I'd planned to do to him, but he did it first. They pose and bluster, and each pretends he is the honorable man in a den of thieves and assassins. Bah. The rest is worth seeing, though. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering.
So we can go and fight people to, quote, prove ourselves. Why don't you want to fight in the proving, Gorham?
You remember last year's open proving? It took your father's smith 6 hours to remove my helmet. I'm not meant for single combat. I fight as my lord's second in shield. That's enough for me.
Yes, well, the proving sounds appealing. Let's have a look.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
Okay, so, as I said earlier, we're using a couple of mods. The interface, when this game was made, the 2K resolution was not even a thing, like not even remotely yet, so the text was very, very small. I've added a mod so we can actually see stuff pretty well on here, and that'll help quite a bit. It is a little bit pixelated on the character screen here because it's been blown up a lot, but it's fine. As well, out of combat, we run at double speed, and that's because, well, it can take a long time to run around to some places in this game. So that we just loot a whole bunch of stuff from that chest. Normally you'd open the chest and you'd have to sort through it.
I shall do it.
But it can be, it's quite tedious. Like, there's never any time when you would not want to pick up the stuff in the chest. Like, you always want to pick it up. So there's no reason to really not to not.
Do it.
So yeah, there's a mod for that.
At your service.
And the other one I have is a mod that has a whole bunch of fixes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What have we here? Mistress in my brother's chambers.
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
With a brand on her cheek, no less. Gorham, tell her that my brother is at the feast.
Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Idukan's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out with your leave, my lord.
Go. Stay. I don't care.
Thank you. I will go now.
Let's have a look around in, little brother's room then, I guess. A letter from Rika. My dearest Prince Balin, you are too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing, and I do not deserve your attention, but your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you to be a prince among men. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented to me. I will cherish it always, and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say again, thank you. I will always be your humble and devoted servant. Yours truly, Rika. Okay, not going to go through these too much. King Endrin Idukan, this would be our dad. Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. Endrin of House Idukan traces his ancestry back to the Paragon Idukan, the greatest warrior of Orzammar's history who beat back the Darkspawn hordes in the First Blight. The second son of King Ansgar Idukan, he became heir to after his eldest brother died in a proving. People die in provings, okay. Good to note. The most respected king in 4 generations, he restored contact with Kal Shirak, the only other remaining city of the once vast Dwarven Empire which has been lost during the First Blight. I see. City of Orzammar. The dwarves are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the city of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outward from the royal palace, which is built around a natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both lights and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home to the noble caste, with their palaces fanning out in both directions from the court of the king, as well as the Shaperate, which serve as a repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the Commons, where the merchant caste holds sway and where the finest works of Orzammar's craftsmanship are for sale. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the Commons by a causeway, are the Proving Grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces fallen into disrepair, which the locals call Dust Town, now home to the city's casteless. So the lower people that don't have a caste, they're the outcasts. On the other side of the river are the Deep Roads, which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely sealed off. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to the builders. So that's home. House Idukan, Shield of Orzammar. The Assembly has never named a Paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon Idukan. So, Paragons are like the founding fathers, or the people that are raised to the highest possible level of honor, almost considered to be like dwarven gods, essentially. Since dwarves, I believe, do not worship the regular gods that other races worship. No naysayers, only a single abstention. His worthiness was unquestionable, his favor with the ancestors clear. But family rumor say that the man himself was deeply troubled, prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt, never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Orzammar. He died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying Thags. Fair enough. Before he rose to Paragon, he was a little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving, never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the First Blight fighting skirmishes in the Deep Roads, keeping them free from service bandits and content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. When the Blight began, it caught Orzammar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in the feuding, for as word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their Thag, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings for the safety of any others. The Assembly was so utterly tied up with the infighting that the Darkspawn spread unchecked to the gates of Orzammar herself. In the chaos, Idukan grudgingly took command of the armies. He enlisted the aid of the mining caste to collapse overrun passages, called upon the smith caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the Assembly and the nobles entirely. With his leadership, Orzammar was saved from annihilation. For his insubordination, he was made paragon, yet he always considered it a defeat. Okay, we know about Orzammar politics. People backstab. Dwarven faith. We are the children of the stone. She supports us, shelters us, offers us the most priceless gifts of the earth. The worthy return to her embrace in death, becoming ancestors. The unworthy are cast out, unable to rest, that their failings may not weaken the stone. So it has been since the earliest memories. We live by the stone, guided by the ancestors who speak with the voice of the provings, and whose memories the Shaperate keep forever in lyrium. We do not accept the empty promises of heaven as the wild elves do, or vie for the favor of absent gods. Instead, we follow in the footsteps of our paragons, the greatest of our ancestors, warriors, craftsmen, leaders, the greatest examples of lives spent in service to our fellow dwarves. Our paragons joined with the stone in life, and now stand watch at our gate, ushering in those surfacers privileged to visit our city. We know there is no greater honor to hope for, no better reward for an exceptional life. Okay, I'll read this later, maybe. Not sure if I'll read absolutely everything. But there is some dwarven lore for you. Yes, the Dwarven Merchant Belt. Let's put a dagger on here. We are a rogue after all. We shan't be using any shield, as well as a short bow, and the Dwarven Merchant Belt, which gives us 5% increased monetary gain. This doesn't actually work in the base game, but one of the mods that is like basically a unofficial patch fixes that. It has a whole bunch of fixes. I will link the mods I'm using in the description, by the way, if you're interested in following along and playing as well. Okay, so that's my room and our brother Balin's room, looted, I think. The other one is Prince Trian's room, right? That's our big brother, yeah, who is, by line of succession, since he is our father's firstborn, he would be the king.
No, son, I am at your service. As you say, I am proud to serve the idea. Ancestors watch over you, my lord.
Yes, scrub that rug. So this is lyrium, I think? It's like a fake fireplace of lyrium. Dwarves, I think, mine and sell lyrium, right? Like, they don't use it themselves, being... Where are you going, guard? Being, not magical. Like, dwarves cannot be mages.
I am at your service.
One thing I did not do is install any kind of graphical mods. So which way is it to the feast? I do not want to go... Okay, it's this way. We don't want to go there just yet. We want to go and have some fun before the feast. Went to our room, we went to Balin's, and then this is Father's room, yeah, so we can't go in there. It's locked up, obviously, for obvious reasons. Can't go over here. I see the lock is grayed out, means we can't go there. Could have gotten lockpicking, or not lockpicking, I could have gotten...
Good day, Lord
Your
Iduka.
father speaks highly of your skill.
I could have gotten pickpocketing too, but it's just not like worth it. They only give a couple
Fathers
copper
allowed the
each.
merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
I'm sure we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do. Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Idukan, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Idukan, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
Gorum, does this scholar truly have my father's favor?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
And what does it say?
It doesn't matter, it's all lies.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised to paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, That man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
So to become, or to make a noble house, you first have to be a paragon. Interesting. So that's where all of the noble houses stem from, is a paragon, I see. So, get to the point. Why is Brunton so angry?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
The scholar is right. Truth is truth.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken?
The truth is more important than your pride.
You would not say so if it was your house, but I shall respect your wishes. For now, excuse me, Your Highness.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Do, but make it look like an accident.
Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Iduken a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
Well, perhaps a sign of gratitude of yours is in order.
Of course. A copy of A History of Iduken, Paragon King, and Peacemaker, perhaps?
I was thinking more of your gold.
Of course. Here you go. I'll just be about my work then.
There we go. 3 gold and 25 silver, or 3 sovereigns as it's called in here. It's not called gold pieces, it's called sovereign pieces. Not bad at all.
The finest in home decorations! My lord,
No,
the
thank you.
service
Enjoying the festivities.
dyed with the finest saffron and indigo, embroidered by skilled elven tradesmen. My lord Iduken, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
You have something I might want?
Not for a mighty warrior such as yourself, my lord, but perhaps a lady friend. I forget myself. I'll be silent.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface.
How many of our people are on the surface?
According to the scholars, more than 500. Does it matter? The surfacers are lost to us. Perhaps we should get going.
Well, I don't know, I kind of want to see his wares.
My lord has returned. Is there something here that interests you?
Maybe.
Please, look as you will.
Well, he does have the grease trap recipe, which is only 6 silver. Oh, this is mine. Never mind. I'm looking at the wrong side. Okay. I don't think we need any of this stuff. It's all very nice, but yeah, I don't think we need this stuff. Okay, we're gonna sell some things then. I don't need these. I will keep the longsword in case Gorham needs to use it, but, and we'll keep this for our eventual tank as well. And that should be good. Good for vendoring stuff anyway. Speaking of, let's take a look at our companion here as far as his gear. Gorham's sword. Interesting. This requires 25 strength, and I don't believe he has 25 strength, which is kind of funny. It's a very nice, tier 5 red steel sword. 2 empty rune slots, too. Interestingly, we lose him later on, and we can never get this back. And I think it actually unequips it from him later on, too, because he can't actually use it in combat. So the prudent thing to do might be to give him this thing, because it's not really that good, and then sell the other one. Sorry, Gorham, I'm selling your sword,
My lord
buddy.
has returned. Please,
We got to min-max a little bit, you know? Yeah, sorry, buddy. It's 67 silver. It's got to go. This one's 30 silver. You know, we'll find something better. Well, it won't be better, but we'll find something for you. It'll be fine. You'll be okay, buddy. Don't worry.
Trust follow, big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harrowmont told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
I go where I want, when I want, Trian.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you're receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
Kiss my ass, Trian.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
That was fun. Nothing like being talked down to by the next king.
He means well. Not really.
You always defend him. I wish I had your understanding.
Not really. He's just a prick. But whatever.
Look at this piece.
My lord Iduken, nothing here rivals your amazing Iduken armor, but if you wish something made...
You know very well House Iduken has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
Well, show me your stuff anyway.
You honor me, Your Highness.
Okay, yeah, this is actually kind of crappy. We're not going to take any of that. Alrighty.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Branka's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand. Be quiet now and pray the ancestors deliver Branka back safely.
Branka?
I doubt he's up to the task. I'm not going down that road again.
Oh, I would love to end up with a red head.
Would that Sir Blackstone were a noble, Stand up straight. They're coming.
I know you're not talking about me.
What have we here? Two handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Iduken?
This is Sir Gorham of the Warrior Caste.
Oh, then not a noble?
No, Telly, not a noble. Stone you're thick sometimes.
And why do you care if Gorham is noble?
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. It provides new sword arms for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
So you'll sleep with any noble?
You're the most appealing, obviously. A noble from the best house there is. Handsome, too. Are you interested in a bit of bedded diversion?
No, I think I'm good. That would, make me a daddy, and I am not quite ready to be a daddy just yet.
We'll be here if you change your mind, my lord.
Oh, jeez. These dwarven women. These loose dwarven women.
I shall do it.
And their lack of morals. Stone take 'em. Alright. Yeah. I don't really want a long sword. We want to be daggers, most likely.
Invest in the next great trade expedition!
No, thank you.
Greetings, my lord Iduken. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
It's okay, I'll hear him out.
Very well then, speak.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
Spit it out.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
Well, let me see a dagger then.
Here it is, Your Highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the Lord's first command, and hope that someday, when he rules, he will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the Assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
Damn what Trian thinks, I'll take it.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Noble's Dagger, Gray Iron, Tier 2. Yes. More damage than my other dagger, and +1 electricity damage. Okay. +1 armor penetration, yeah. So the longsword is nice because it has more damage, but it has less crit chance, and it can't backstab, which is the main thing. So let's go ahead and put some leather armor on there. Prefer leather overall.
Only the freshest food
Oh, there
for
we
your
go.
noble.
That's weird. Her voice was like in the background. Magic merchant.
Lord Iduken, here in my booth? I am so...
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Is it hard to be the king's child, never able to just blend in?
I am what the ancestors made me.
As are we all. Shall we move along?
Most exotic wares in Orzammar.
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
I was thinking about it.
We have been charged with the task of escorting you to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Well, if it will please my father, sure.
Will we be leaving then?
Yes, let's go ahead and go.
We are at your command.
This is quite the violent affair, I must say. No wonder people have died, I guess. I guess I can use this. Doesn't really matter. The fatigue's not a big deal for now, at least. Put these on here as well on my quick bar, please. There we go. Alrighty, and get a save in here.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
That one guy in the back there was really cheering pretty hard. No, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My lord Iduken will fight in this proving.
I will honor today's warriors by testing their skills.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Iduken. I give you the Lord Iduken himself. Are you ready for your first match?
Of course.
Then let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight, and there be more. youngest son of Lord.
You honor me with this match.
The honor is mine.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alrighty, some combat at last. Let's see here. We'll start off with a bow here. Okay, get a shot off there. Very good. Swap back over to daggers. And go ahead and stun him. And get a flank on him.
Very well.
And then we'll just run away while he's very, very slowed. Get some shots off. Too easy.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
Alrighty. And next.
That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving. Fought under the watchful eyes of the paragons of Orzammar. For the
okay, I think we can skip that.
Will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Honor and glory to your house, your highness.
And to yours.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Our enemies ahead!
She is still quite fast. Yep, still quite fast. Okay. Can't really seem to slow her too much. It's okay, I'll do the old kite and just take one hit there before we can stun her again.
Very well. Get off!
Okay, we're almost done.
The winner is Lord Iduken. That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
I am.
Then let us begin. This is a glory. Lord Iduken will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
Old men don't frighten me.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Alrighty. Couple swings, but all whiffs, eh, old man? all
the
talk.
winner is Lord Iduken.
These fights are actually kind of challenging, by the way. It's just that I know what I'm doing in this game, so it's pretty easy.
Well done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Iduken. Franlin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
I'm ready, let's go.
Of course. It is down to just 2 warriors. With backbones of stone and wills of iron, they have defeated all others this day. Lord Iduken will fight Franlin Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
May you be as stone.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
So, 2 second suns match off. Why am I not getting... There we go. He's got his own stun there, I see. He's awful close already. Whatever. Just stun him.
Quickly, we must fight!
I want to use my left click to turn my camera around, but I can't do that in this game. The controls are very, very similar to WoW, so like I'm used to using those controls, which is nice. Why are we not backstabbing? Come on, there we go. It's okay, we're not like at risk of dying or anything, we'll be fine.
I'm going to destroy you!
I kinda doubt that. There we go, backstab him. Gotcha.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
I mean, come on, was there any doubt?
Congratulations. Franlin Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
I'll wear it proudly.
Your glory honors every warrior here.
Alrighty. That should be everything then. I don't know if I can wear it. Yeah, it requires 18 strength, which, well, I'll get it eventually. I will have 18 strength naturally, I think, but it's willpower and constitution, which are not, like, that great of... It's not really for a rogue anyway.
My lord?
Okay. Tell the guards to be ready, Gorham. I want to leave.
You heard the man.
Your wish is our command.
It's funny how, like, I tell my second to tell them what I could have said faster. I don't really want this helmet that much, so, and we can't keep it through the intro for reasons that you will, find out later.
My lord, you honor me, your highness.
So let's go ahead and sell it. That will do. We can keep all of our gold through the intro, so, yeah, that's where we're trying to make as much as we can, then just sell everything off. So, Okay, so now I guess we will head to the feast. I believe that's all that we can really do in this area. Check the map here. Yeah, it seems to be everything we can do here. This place reminds me so much of Ironforge. It really, really does. I mean, they definitely... I don't know which one came out first, World of Warcraft or Dragon Age Origins, but this place is absolutely like... It's definitely inspired by... One or the other is inspired by the other, I guess, is what I should say. So okay, let's go back in and head to this dreadful feast. Make our dad happy, since we are getting a commission after all and all that. I don't think we can go anywhere else here for now. Unless perhaps Brother Treen is in his room. Maybe we could visit him. Not sure. There's Dad's room. There's Balin's room. He's not in. Door is just wide open because we left it open. Oh well. And no, we can't go into Treen's room yet. Okay. Well, guys, I think we're going to wrap up the episode here for this one. And I will be going to see Father and get through this dull feast. And then go on our first commission to the Deep Roads to fight some Darkspawn. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.